Hello and welcome to this instructional video on the Interagency Risk Assessment on Sexual Exploitation and Abuse, also referred to as the IARA SEA. Let's start with this short video on the IARA SEA.
Do you find yourself needing to prove that sexual exploitation and abuse is a risk? Doing a risk assessment can help you to convince others that risks exist and how we can prevent SEA together. The Interagency Risk Assessment creates a common understanding of risks communities are facing and brings the voices of communities to the attention of those who make decisions. In this way, we ensure the safety of those we serve. Whether you are looking for a rapid understanding on SEA risk in your context, or a detailed assessment that engages many different people, this toolkit can assist. Reduce SEA risks by downloading the interactive toolkit today.
So let's introduce the IARA SEA Toolkit. The IARA SEA Toolkit is a comprehensive toolkit that really provides all of the information that PSEA Networks require in order to undertake this interagency risk assessment process. The toolkit offers 6 stages. And for each stage, step-by-step instructions that you can follow, as well as supporting tools and templates that you can use, you can download, you can adapt, and you can use as you prefer and for your specific context, whether that's humanitarian, development, or peace building. So let's take a look at the toolkit. So this is what the toolkit looks like. This is the front page. And then when you turn the first page over, immediately after the cover page, there is this summary page. It provides all of the links that you need to the relevant resources, the tools, the guidance, as well as the videos that you can use to introduce this toolkit to other practitioners. We'll come back to this page at the end of this video. After that, the toolkit introduction really explains the methodology as well as how the assessment fits into the interagency PSEA program cycle. So the green arrow indicates where to insert the IARA SEA, when it can be implemented. So that's before the PSEA strategy and the PSEA action plan to make sure that we do evidence-based programming on PSEA. On the slide, you can see then the 4 risk dimensions. This is what we'll be monitoring and assessing as part of the risk assessment. So the IARA SEA process uses these 4 risk dimensions, the enabling environment, first of all, context, operational context, and the protective environment. The information that you will assess and collect during the assessment process will be centered around those 4 risk dimensions, each of which consists of a set of indicators to be taken into consideration.
I would like to give you an overview now of the 6 stages of the risk assessment. The first stage is planning and securing stakeholder commitment. The second stage is secondary data review. Third stage is primary data collection if required. Fourth stage is the SEA risk analysis. Fifth stage is ownership and engagement. And the final 6th stage is producing the SEA risk register and disseminating this final report. Let's start with stage number 1. For each stage of the toolkit, you will see the standard layout that explains the purpose of that stage and a useful table that gives you the key steps that need to be undertaken, the key outputs that will be produced as a result of completing the stage, and one of the most important elements are the stage tools, all of which are clickable links that take you to the relevant template. We created and incorporated these tools within the toolkit to ensure that colleagues have all of the resources they need. This includes reducing the amount of time that practitioners will normally spend in order to create these templates from scratch. So all of them are already available for you to download, adapt, and use as you prefer. Please take your time to review each and every one, and you will see that everything that you could potentially need has already been included. Let's take a look at the first one on this list, which is called the methodology tool. The methodology tool is an Excel template that allows you to look at the 4 risk dimension areas. You can use this template throughout the risk assessment process to compile and organize your findings. So on the left side of this sheet, we have the risk dimensions. It starts with dimension 1 and it covers all 4 dimensions. Under each risk dimension, we have subcategories of the kind of topics and indicators that are covered under that dimension. On the top of the Excel sheet, you will see the stages. So stage number 1 and 2 are visible here, but all 6 stages are included. As you go through each stage, you will be able to fill out this Excel sheet, which will not only help you plan for the next stage, but it will make it very easy to identify gaps that require attention during this assessment. For example, when you've completed stage number 1 and you move to stage number 2, which is secondary data review, you will see mentioned the SEA Global Index. This will be one of the first things that you look at as part of your secondary data review. I would like to point out to you here as well that the risk dimensions that are covered are consistent with the risk dimensions that are covered under the SEA Global Index. So these 2 tools are complementary. Please note that you can use the information in this template to plan what you would like to do in terms of your primary data collection. After completing stage 1 and 2, if you find that certain risk dimension areas have gaps or lack information, you can use this guidance to identify what forms of data collection you can do to help find this missing information. Perhaps you need to do focus group discussion with communities, as well as key informant interviews or surveys with specific actors. Please make sure to refer to this to help you determine what data collection tools will allow you to collect the information that you are looking for. Let's now go to stage number 3, which is primary data collection. I would like to show you several resources in this stage as well. This is stage number 3, and it is organized in the same way as the other stages. It starts by showing you the steps, outputs, and the stage tools. Please note that every stage in the toolkit has several pages of instructions that explain exactly what you need to do in that stage. So please make sure to read through each stage thoroughly to make sure that you're not missing any of this important information. For stage 3, let's take a look at the available data collection tools. So as mentioned, one of the biggest advantages of this toolkit is that all these templates have already been created for you to download, adapt, and use. So when you click on one of these links, it will take you to a Google folder where you can access all of them. We have 3 types of data collection templates available for you. We have templates for focus group discussions, key informant interviews, and we also have templates for surveys. If you click on the folder for focus group discussions in Google Drive, you will see the actual tools in Word format, and you can download these and revise them and start using them right away. So let's look at the FGD with communities, which is, of course, one of the primary things that we are looking for when we want to do data collection. We want to consult with communities. This FGD template has instructions on how to organize and facilitate discussion. You can revise this template as you prefer. So for example, if you find that some of the terminology is too sensitive for your context, you're most welcome to revise that to what is more suitable for you. This gives you the freedom to do that, and it will also save you quite a bit of time so that you don't have to start from scratch. And similarly, for other data collection tools, all templates are available for you. Finally, let's go to stage number 6, but please make sure, as mentioned, to thoroughly read each stage of the toolkit. The final stage is the production of the final report, which we refer to as the SEA Risk Register. You can see once again the standard stage information here, as with every stage. And when you go to Stage Tools, you will find here that we have a template available for you for the SEA Risk Register, the final reports. This is what this template looks like. You can begin drafting the information and findings that are reviewed and collected throughout the assessment process into this template. It is beneficial to review this template from the very beginning of the process because it will give you a good understanding of what to expect from the final product, which will be a 30 to 50 page report. We have 2 examples of SEA risk registers available for you to review in English from the pilot implementations that were completed in Mozambique and the BARM in the Philippines. So please take a look at these example final products to review the types of findings and recommendations that emerged from those risk assessments.
And before we conclude, I would like to show you a very exciting tool that was developed as part of the IARA toolkit, which is called the Transform Marker. The Transform Marker is a safeguarding tool that project managers can use to ensure that their projects meet PSEA minimum standards and that each component of the Transform you can see visualized on the screen. So this covers minimum standards that we expect a project to have when it comes to safeguarding and PSEA policies and practices. It's really a very simple and easy to use tool that project managers can fill out in a few minutes to get an understanding of what needs to be strengthened within the project and whether they meet these minimum standards already. We also have a separate video available for you regarding the Transform. Feel free to check it out. So if you're not sure where to find a particular resource, to recap, please always refer back to the second page of the IARA SEA Toolkit, where everything has been linked for you. So the tools are available in English, and in addition, we were able to offer some translated materials in Arabic, Spanish, and French. So once you click, these will take you to the Google Drive folders that contain those translations. Also take a look, if you're interested, at the Rapid IARA SEA, which is a tool created to use in emergency onset crisis in order to update an existing IARA SEA assessment. We also have extremely useful FAQs, frequently asked questions, that really cover the key questions that often come up in relation to risk assessments. For example, related to what budget you need or what sample size. So if you have any question, please take a look at the FAQs. And additionally, we also have a lessons learned report based on our pilot experiences in Mozambique and the Philippines. Please feel free to share with others who might benefit from these resources. For any support regarding the IARA SEA Toolkit, you may contact the email address on your screens. And thank you so much for attending this session.